Hi there, welcome to video number 2 of this series. I'm Susana Rodriguez and today I want to talk about budget. Although you most likely already have a Pinterest account with about 1,000,000 things you want to buy, I want to recommend you one thing. Do not spend $1 until you figure out your wedding budget. But how am I supposed to do that? Well, first, politely, find out who might be contributing. As parents, or if you have a godparent or a good friend that already offered, it's time for that possibly awkward but necessary conversation. If it's only the two of you that will be covering everything, you could possibly have an idea of either how much you already have saved or how much you could save from now until the wedding day. And have an honest conversation. The last thing you want is to start a marriage with a massive wedding debt. Although every wedding is different, some averages include 50% of your budget on reception, which includes catering, drinks, rentals, and more, about 5% on stationery, favors, and other things, 5% on ceremony, 10% on decor and flowers, about 10% on photos and videos, 10% on music, 10% on attire, and of course this is a very general estimate, and based on your priorities, it will vary. If you have no idea about wedding costs, which is a lot of people's case, we have a few options. We can start doing research on estimates of prices, or we can go the cold-headed way of sticking to your budget, the one you have saved up or can save or will receive, and put a cap on the amount you can spend per item. But cutting budget is one of the main questions. And although there are plenty of ways, here are a few of the most important ones. Number 1, trimming the guest list. I'm sorry to break it to you, but this is the absolute best way to cut budget. Every guest can cost as little as $75 and many times well over $200, depending on how many details and what type of wedding you expect. Sunday or weekdays are way less expensive, as well as off-season. Most vendors will give you a better price for these times. Alcohol adds a lot of money, so if your budget is tight, you can opt for a limited amount of variety. Wine, beer, and a signature cocktail. You can skip the champagne toast and let guests toast with whatever they're drinking. Or if you want to go the non-alcoholic route, a brunch or afternoon wedding is your best bet, as guests won't be necessarily expecting alcohol. Buffets can be more expensive than plated dinner, as it is harder to control portions and most likely more variety is needed. But if either way is out of your budget, start the party later in the night and let your guests know in a cute way that only dessert will be served. A Sunday morning wedding can do the trick too, as nowadays even donuts cake look incredibly cute and they are super budget friendly. And I'm not kidding, do research donut wedding cake. Nowadays, the internet can do magic, and doing your RSVP via your website versus providing paper, envelope, and stamps does save a lot. Don't underestimate how much you can save in little things. And speaking of little things, although favors and printed programs and menus are very cute, they're not necessarily expected, and those can be savers as well. Here are just a few tricks, but there are many more ways to save money on your wedding. We even have a free guide on it, so hop on over to heybride.com and download it. And wait tomorrow for our third video, all about the bridal party.